What's good, YouTube family? This your God Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of Osmo Hip Hop. Before we get started, guys, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Make sure you share and also comment if you have any suggestions about this video or any particular point of this video where you want to rebuttal or talk about. Comment, and I promise I'll reply back. Now, guys, we're talking about the downfall of the legendary man that he is by the name of Soulja Slim. And Slim was more than a so-called soldier, so-called rapper. He was a community member of his community, meaning that even if we can talk about the violence or whatnot, he was what's right in his neighborhood. Soulja Slim was a legend out here, and many people have forgotten the greatness of the legend that he is. So we're doing this video today to speak up on the legend that he is. And it's another outcry to forget somebody, but to not put his name and stamp it amongst the best. You know, I mean, there would be no NBA Youngboy, there would be no Kevin Gates, there would be no Lil Waynes of the world, there would be no BG's, Master P. I mean, there's a Master P, I'm not gonna say, but you know, all the influential rappers coming out of Louisiana. And not only that, down south, period, before King T.I. proclaimed himself as the king or whatnot, this guy, Soulja Slim, was the epiphany of what street legend status was, and his demise came far too soon. And many people, if you don't know, let me refresh in your mind. Soulja Slim's real name was James Tapp. He was shot and killed December 1st, and he was killed in front of his lawn on the two-story duplex he bought for his mother in New Orleans, Gently neighborhood. The November 26th, I apologize, he died November 26th on during the Thanksgiving holidays. November 26th murder was eerie, echoed the violence of the profanity laced songs which Soulja Slim talked about: gangs, drugs, drive-by shootings, all type of alias and things going on in the so-called hoods. Now, the rapper recorded with the No Limit Soldiers through 2002. He was shot at least 3 times in the face and once in the chest. Witness said they saw a man in dark clothing fleeing the scene. What people don't realize is Soulja Slim was killed right in front of his son. His son shouldn't have to see that, and his son is of age today, that is to say. And the fact that he was killed in front of his son, in front of his mom house on the Thanksgiving time, you know, that can actually cause chaos through the mindset. And there has never been real clarity other than that his son had a great interview with DJ Smalls, and he goes in depth into who his father was. He goes in depth into what he's feeling, and as far as the situation, what is stemming from his mind. Because to see that, and this is his son right here, if you guys want to know who's his son, he took the same moniker of his dad. He's Little Soulja Slim, and that situation will be more prevalent to what's going on. So let's go on to another situation factor and get in deep into who Soulja Slim really was. Soulja Slim was seen as somebody that you can actually look forward to as far as a counterpart in those trying times in the jungles he came from. Soulja Slim may not be the best role model example to use out there as far as non-violent individuals, but he is an example to use as far as who's portraying this so-called street life. Not that he's only part of the problem, but he's also part of the solution if you know who he was, being the fact that his mom and everybody talked about him that way. It was clear that one particular person by the name of BG, many of you guys know him as Baby Gangsters, he's the guy who gave Lil Wayne his swagger, his evanescence, you know, just everything Lil Wayne has today. It came from the likes of BG. And these are clips over here, as you guys can see right now, when BG and him were in the studios just getting down in there and doing what they had to do to make it happen. And BG is himself actually incarcerated in Detroit right now through criminal possessions and the situation he's been through. So I can only look at the situation and tell you guys it can get better. It's not the best in the world, but it can get better. And I just feel like he's heavily slept on as far as the words he was portraying through what he was saying. And if people can understand what he was saying, you too can know that he's more than a rapper. He was somewhat of an activist. He talked about the mistreatments of cops well before and way before all these propaganda videos are going on. This guy spoke about it before it was even popular, long before social media exists the way it exists today. You know, back then we just had Yahoo Messenger. I mean, let's keep it real. Soulja Slim is the moniker and the epiphany of what a living legend, well, a gone legend. Because if you think about it, I'm not wrong for saying living legend. When he was out here, he actually was legendary status while he was alive. I think many people forgot that. Well before the 2002 downfall, he met. This guy was heavily influenced throughout the entire community of Baton Rouge. I'm about to show you a video of BG and the New Orleans residents. I'm gonna show you several clips, and this is it's called Second Line Dancing, and they do this for all members of, you know, the Louisiana family. When you meet your downfall, this is how much he was loved. I think we capture it right there, as you can see the band playing, the jazz festival. I mean, you seen everybody turning up for this man Soulja Slim funeral. He was something that words can't really, you know what I mean, describe. When you see a movement like that and you understand what he meant to that community. And honestly, more violence actually sprung out during this situation, to be quite honest with you. A whole lot of situations happen, and if people don't realize behind the scenes, Soulja Slim, so-called riders and people who was all about defending the late fallen rapper, well, they rode for him. Because I think people highly forgot that in New Orleans, it's a small community that anybody could be touched, or even in the whole entire state of Louisiana. And a lot of people forgot it was years ago in 2011, 29-year-old Gerald Smith was fatally shot in New Orleans, and it was according to allhiphop.com. Smith was the leading suspect in the 2003 murder of the No Limit Records MC Soulja Slim. Although he never was convicted, Smith was suspected in 4 other people. You know, him and 4 other people were suspects in the murder. And I'm gonna just be honest, a lot of people who are involved in the murder are no longer here today. Smith was not the only one fatally got rid of. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people got out the way. When you get rid of somebody prominent as a Soulja Slim, no matter what neighborhood you come from, there's a Soulja Slim in a lot of communities around the world, regardless of your ethnicity. And when you hurt people of that type of background, things start transpiring to happen, i.e. we learned through the Nipsey Hussle situations. Well, we learned that people love their so-called hood legends. You may not like it, the world may hate it, but the people of that community, they look up to people like that because those guys look like them. Those guys made it out the same situation that they come from. So those guys, in a weird way and sense, they provide hope in a city that's not really blissful of sharing that type of light or sharing that type of exposure to the world. Because sometimes we as people just want to be heard. We just want people to see what we're going through, and we want to know somebody cares out there. At the end of the day, that's all it is. Now, Soulja Slim was a very prominent speaker, and he didn't talk a lot, but he gave just enough so you can feel the pain that's going through. Now I'm about to go to Soulja Slim's last interview for you guys.
1994, I'm the quarter that just goes snorted up in. Alright, welcome back. It's Rob Nice hanging out inside the big hot 104.5 Memorial Day. Big picnic over here at Armstrong Park. And I got Mr. I Paid For It himself.
Oh, yeah, 350 and 820. I'm well paid for it. You understand what I'm saying? What's happening with you, Rob?
Cool, man. Now, we done got some controversy going over the song, man. What's the part you say after I pay for it, man? It's if I want it or if I want it, bro?
If I want it.
Thank you.
You heard me?
Thank you.
If I want it. Not if I want it. If I want it. If I want it. You understand me?
Understand me now. You got the label popping up. Cut those
Yeah, cut those committed. Yeah, it's official now. You heard me?
All right, now you got the units are moving like crazy and it's all yours.
Yeah, that feel good too.
So with that coming in major labels, man, are you looking to sign a deal? Or you more comfortable by yourself right now?
Well, right now, while they got this burning going on, you see what I'm saying? Me right now, it's gravy right now. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, I need a big lick for to go ahead on and get. You feel me? You feel me?
Man,
CTC, buddy.
salute the Soulja Slim, man. The fact that a lot of people today seem to have forgotten him is kind of a sad situation, but at the same time, the likes of me and many others will continue to keep that brother's name alive, because he's somebody that's highly needed in today's genre, where everybody's becoming addicts, everybody's becoming in a depressed world, acting as if they're the only ones going through problems. Slim was that good recipe to make you feel better. If you're going through hardship of so-called, etc., police violence, this guy literally would get your spirit going, get you flowing again and feeling the right way as you should. So let's not forget the great MC that he was. He's not just a Louisiana legend. He's not just a New Orleans legend. He's not just coming from Magnolia Projects only. He's not just from the South only. He's a great man in general. Great MC, great rapper. And for that being, we will not forget the great Soulja Slim. I will make sure we don't. And guys, it goes something to say when we pay homage to the lost ones. When you pay homage, it's showing the absolutely respect. This was a man, this was a father, and all that said and done, let's not forget that. So rest in peace to Soulja Slim. Mr. Tabs, you will never be forgotten. Clearly your kid, you know, he mimics you. So rest in peace, bro. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed, everybody.